What's up, Electric Rider? How's the sound? Give me a sound test. Sound test, sound test. Always first, baby. How you doing? Sound is good. Thank you, Electric Rider. What's up, Ali Khan? Good to see you as well. Where you going? Oh, the gift shop? Okay. What's up, Slack? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, Electric Rider. I'll tell you in the intro, but I'm at Joshua Tree. We're on vacation. Sorry, I missed you guys yesterday. It was a long ride. We had a crazy day. Yeah, I'm on the balcony of. I'm going to show you guys all this. Actually, we rented a room. Not a room. I don't know what this is. It's like glamping. It's like I don't know if it's a bungalow. It's like a house where most of the walls are glass, and you can. It's like you're in the desert. Yeah, this is very cool. Signal's okay, guys. I'm actually using my personal hotspot. We don't have much of a connection out here. Yeah, I'm using this for my signal today. Oh, 21 people are already in the room. I guess it's working. What's up, DM Devin? How you doing? Sound is good. Picture's good. I'm really happy about that. Sorry I missed you guys yesterday again. It was just a crazy day. Pablo, how you doing? Akif, what's going on? I can already see a lot of new people in the room for sure. I'm drinking some amazing espresso. Hey, Eddie, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, if you're used to the city, this is pretty sick. I mean, I'm going to walk you guys around at one point, but check this out. This is my backyard. Look at this. Look at this Jeep we rented. You guys know I don't own a car, but I did drive this Jeep all the way out here. I have a funny story about the trip I'm going to tell you before my girlfriend gets back. Check this out. Very fucking cool. I'm going to walk you guys through the house eventually, too. But yeah, this is a sick fucking setup. Yeah, if you live in LA, this is getting out of town. I guess a lot of people, from LA come to Joshua Tree. Kyle Young, how you doing? Yeah, I'm glad you're catching the live. That's right, Glass House is just like Billy. You got it, Electric Rider. Kyle Young says, don't forget to hit that like button to help me out. I appreciate it. Ari Wilfin, why is the most common troll is always based around homosexuality, as if being gay is like some sort of a huge insult. I wish I was gay. I would have gotten a lot more sex growing up if I was gay. Maybe it's the mustache. I don't know. But Aria, I will leave that up there, and that's your chance. Yeah, asking somebody if they're gay straight up is like you're just trolling. I mean, seriously, you don't know this? It's not a normal fucking question if I've never seen you before. Don't be stupid. And how you react to my response, it's up to you if you want to continue talking with me. What are you, fucking 12 years old, dude? Forge Fury, how you doing? It's okay if it's the mustache. Okay, all right, apology accepted. Ibrahim says it's not too late to come out of the closet. It's just barely an insult, and I'm here like with my girlfriend for a vacation, and all we're doing is having a good time. I'll tell you that. LA Courier, my good friend, says you would have had a bigger audience if I was gay. I don't know. It's just like, to me, it's like once somebody says that, it's the beginning of your trolling, and it worked. As you trolling means you're fishing for a reaction, and it worked. Thank you, Ibrahim. I appreciate it. Aren't you married yet? No, we're not getting married. We don't. We got together at an older age, so we're not getting married. Mac Ryan, how you doing? Alrighty, guys, let's get this started. What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve, and you're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy, another live stream. We are out here, episode 48. Always letting you know, these are sponsored by Voromotors every Wednesday and Sunday. Obviously, today's Thursday. I missed yesterday's stream because it was a long drive out here. I was just fucking... Thank you very much, Forge Fury. You too. I hope you have a good day. Oh, Kyle Young with the $5 super chat, getting started right away. Thank you very much. I don't know if we're going to play music. I can play it off my iPad, but we'll see. But I appreciate it, Kyle Young. Thank you for supporting the channel. What's 303 RD? It's interesting. I guess we're getting like a different group. He says, hey, Baldy, 303 RDCO. That's cool. Tech Tips Potato says, don't play music. I understand. Voromotors Podcast 48 is sponsored by Voro. I get paid for podcasts every Wednesday and Sunday. And that really comes through on the weeks where I'm not doing a live stream from DoorDash live streams, which I will be doing a lot this week. Right now we're streaming off of this. This is my little 4G personal hotspot. This costs me $100 a month. It costs me like $100 for the unit, $100 a month for the service. So all your super chats, watching the videos, it goes to that. But hey, what's up, Aubrey? Good to see you. But yeah, these are sponsored, so I get paid. Information out here, barely biased, slightly biased. I always say, because I'm trying to get you. If you're looking to buy a scooter, I want you to buy what I'm riding. I ride a huge variety of scooters. This might be a very, very different sort of podcast since I don't have my scooters around me. I don't have like music easy to play without turning off my chat on my iPad. But we're probably going to smoke something, though. I definitely have a joint out here to smoke. But a sponsored podcast. Thank you, Melvin, the owner of Voromotors. I appreciate it. And, the money that I make from the podcast goes a long way. I would say it pays for this vacation, but I have a wonderful girlfriend who's paying for all this shit. She's waving to me. So super, super blessed to be just in a great relationship with a genius MD who, I don't travel at all. I mean, my story is, this is going to end up being a personal fucking podcast. I haven't traveled in... He's looking at me now. I haven't gone anywhere in like over 15 years. I think my grandmother died like 15 years ago in Brooklyn, and that was the last time I went back east. Other than a rare trip to Vegas, that was the last time that I left. That was the last time that I left California. I haven't been anywhere. So, I'm in it, at my age, like, you're very fixed in what you like and what you do or don't do. But, I've been changing a bit because of my relationship. I want to adapt, and my girlfriend is like a world traveler. For her birthday last year, this is actually kind of a birthday trip for her. For her birthday last year, she was in Spain for like a month. So we were together for 6 months at that point. We spent every single night talking on the phone, talking via FaceTime while she was on a trip. But she's like an experienced world traveler, lived in Spain for a couple of years. Super, super genius, female. And, she spoils me a little bit. Like, I don't take a penny from her. I don't ask her for anything, but occasionally she bought me some cool like Boss jeans, again, paying for this whole trip. I don't know why I feel comfortable saying that, because I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about it. You gotta understand, I'm from like a rich family, so in my brain I'm rich, even though that I'm basically broke and a DoorDash driver, a very small YouTuber. But I'm proud of what I do. I enjoy what I do, and that's the main thing, is I really love what I do for a living. And I probably will at one point take you guys for a walk a little bit through the desert here. I think it might be cool. I think I can just carry this with me in my pocket and we won't lose signal. Because without that hotspot, we don't have a stream. We don't have a really good signal. Let me say hello to everybody, and I already see some weird questions coming in here. And it's very interesting. I feel like it's just very interesting that there's brand new people in here. I often feel like that is I think that's, streaming from a different area or having a different background. I don't really know. Okay, so Electric Rider, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Alican, what's going on? Another longtime subscriber, fan of the channel. Sleck, how are you? Alican's asking me where I am. This is like, I'm on like a balcony. I'm on like a deck. See here, check this out. This is like our little deck. We're sitting here hanging out. And I wanted to make sure I got the stream done. Even though I'm on vacation, I wanted to make sure that I came out here and did this because, I'm being paid for it. Again, very grateful for my relationship with Voromotors. Stuff going on with Voromotors, interesting stuff right now. I will talk about that. Mainly just that the Tevron line is at Voromotors. They're available for order now. I hope to get one of those pretty soon so I can do delivery videos on those, so I can drive around, so I can do reviews. I just did my InMotion RS review, which I really thought was one of my better reviews. It's unfortunate that my channel by the algorithm is treated more as like a DoorDash channel. That's why I'm constantly saying I was fired or I quit or DoorDash is crashing. Those thumbnails tend to get more views. And if I do just a pure scooter video, these videos do less. They get less views, but I feel like, judged by the comments on my InMotion RS video, that like it's the important people watching these videos, people looking at scooters. So I just did like a 3,000 plus. I'm really at 3,200 miles on my InMotion RS, and without a doubt, without bias, it's my favorite big scooter ever. I've driven everything. I've test driven Namis. I've never driven those for deliveries, but I've done deliveries on the top brands, right? Dualtron, Cabos. I mean, what are these? There's not really very many other top tier brands. I've always felt the top tier brands are InMotion, Dualtron. I say Cabo because they've been around for a long time, but most of you guys know that they lost their American dealers. Like right now, if you want to buy from them, you have to buy like from their USA site, which is just their site. It's not ran by like an American, as far as I know. I'm not 100%, but definitely a lot of these scooters caught fire. And I challenge anybody from the company to challenge me, because my sources on this are powerful, very, very strong. YouTubers that are connected in the industry, mechanics connected in the industry. So I'm very happy to have my GTR and my GT out of here, because what a fucking nightmare it would be to have an apartment fire, right, with these fucking scooters. But anyhow, I'm not here to badmouth brands. I liked my Cabos when I had them. I sold a bunch of those while I was riding them. I'm sure it's still a great scooter. GTR has one major flaw where the handlebars are too low. Then the deck is too high. I don't know why they made that like that. DM Devin, how you doing? Good to meet you. I don't know if I remember you. Akif Telly, how you doing? Good to see you. Also a new name. Pablo Tope, I know you. How you doing, my friend? Always says forward movement always, Steve. I like that. Eddie, the local driver, LA Courier, says sick background. Yeah, I'm going to walk you guys around here towards the end. It is an incredible view, DM. This is fucking amazing. Alrighty, so, all right, Aria has stopped. Okay, Aria stopped asking me if I'm gay. That's cool. Abraham says it's not too late to come out of the closet. I mean, that is funny. Randall, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Old school, good moderator. Mysterio71, what's up, James? How are you? Thank you very much, Ibrahim. We're having a good time. Forge Fury's asking me if I'm married yet. No, we're not. Like I said, when you meet, I feel like when you meet somebody at my age, why get married? Like, what is the point? So I could be on her insurance or something? Like, we're not having kids. We're basically married. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I'm not going to meet a better woman than this. So we're together. Hopefully we can spend our lives together. Carl Young again, thank you for the super chat. I'll try to play that song maybe as we're walking around. Tech Tips Potato says, don't play music. I understand it's not for everybody. What's up, Mac Ryan? Good to see you. I like those emojis. Robinese says, are you Sigma? I kind of know what that means. Kinda. Is it an appropriate question? I guess so. I mean, Sigma. I kind of know what that means. Let me look that up. It means like beta, right? What does Sigma mean? I can't believe I'm going to look this up. Yeah, this is going to end up being like less of a I'm having trouble with my stream off my iPad because my iPad laptop working out here. I think I have a signal nowhere. Hey, what's up, Andres? My real life good friend. This guy is a real fucking man right here. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find Sigma on my fucking. I don't have a signal on my fucking laptop. That's not this fine. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I could actually probably connect my iPad. I always call my iPad a laptop. I'm fucking stupid. I could probably connect. Oh, it is connected to my Wi-Fi. Okay. Why isn't it working then? I guess it's still a weak signal. It did actually just buy, thanks to super chats and you guys watching the videos and using my affiliate links. I just spent $650 on a 5G upgrade. The only reason why I'm not using it today is because I haven't set it up yet, and I didn't really want to go through like the process of dealing with that shit. So I will. I bought the 5G upgrade, so when I do DoorDash delivery videos, it'll be a better signal and it won't cut out. So I'm really excited about doing streams on that. That shit's coming pretty soon. Like, I'll be back to, let's see, today is Thursday. We're gonna be home Friday, and I have a house sitter at my place in case you're an armed house sitter. He happens to be like a conservative guy who's into guns. So I have a house sitter protecting my scooters, taking care of my dogs. So yeah, if you know where I live, you don't want to rob my scooters, you'll get fucking shot. LA Courier says, whoever the audience, we support you, Yogi Steve. You know, I appreciate it, LA Courier. I appreciate it, Eddie. You're a good friend. Aubrey Bush, yo to you, man. How you doing? Kyle Young says, I only want to introduce you to some of the stuff I jam to, and that's why I like to help and share. I will try to play that music for sure. Oh no, I hope the signal is still good here. Is it still good? Like, this is barely a signal. Robin E, I mean, this is an appropriate question. It's not too bad. Is your girlfriend the alpha in the relationship? I would say we're equals. I would say we're equals because, I bring a lot to the table myself, but she might have like a little edge. I kind of wonder, like, if it's okay. I don't know. I want to like say the right words. My girlfriend always watches these. It's okay not to be in like when you're older, especially. I would say we're equals, but she makes more money than me. She's smarter than me. She's valedictorian at like a top 20 school, and she's an MD, and she's not a GP. As a doctor, she's a specialist. I don't say what she is because it wouldn't be hard to figure out who she is. We like to protect her identity. But, as somebody who, I take pride like in my intelligence. I wasn't like an amazing student. I went to Ithaca College. Academics weren't really my thing, but I never felt like I was stupid. If anything, in previous relationships, I always feel like I'm at least as smarter than my girlfriend, but no doubt my girlfriend is smarter than me, no doubt. I mean, valedictorian at a top 20 school for sure. And, but it's working great. We have a great relationship. And so I don't know if I'm alpha. Robin E says, what weed are you smoking on? I actually grew some weed, which I harvested 6 weeks ago, maybe. And I harvested and dried, and we've only been smoking that. So we're smoking, the funny thing is I lost the names on my strains. Like, I lost the tags because I'm an idiot, because I wasn't going to pull clones. So I didn't really care about what the names of the strains were. But we're smoking, at least one of them is a good OG Kush. We're smoking some like really, really fire weed. As a matter of fact, like, it's funny, like I grew this weed and I got used to the smell. So I felt like it didn't smell that strong. If you have a smell, you're exposed to a smell frequently, you won't notice it. It like fades into the background. But the other night, we fell asleep like in the bedroom of this bungalow that we're in. And then I walked into the other room, and my weed is in like tight bags, and the whole fucking room just smells of weed. So I grew some fucking fire fucking herb, and we're smoking that, and it's a big advantage because the shops are just too fucking expensive. I mean, it's actually not a terrible deal because during the days before legalization, I usually paid minimum $60 for a gator of good flower. And even 70. There was a time where I would pay $70. I would buy like this. It was actually called Fire OG Kush from like a dealer. Like, I was a dealer myself, but I wouldn't smoke my own weed. I would it was back in the day. It was all the same shit. It was like Trainwreck, Purple Urkel, Snow Cap. It was like a lot of this stuff that I got from Humboldt, from my friends who were outdoor growers. and it was good flour, but I'm a snob, you know. I like the best of the best. So I would buy from another dealer like $70 eighths. I remember buying quarters for 140. You know, and so, but nowadays in the shops on half price days with tax, we get flour for about $40 an eighth, which is a pretty good deal, I think. But growing my own flour and having weed, I grow in cocoa. I grow purely organic nutrients. I actually, the way I grow is I bolster cocoa. If you know, cocoa is like a substrate that has no nutrients in it. It's totally neutral. It's nothing. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn off my shit. Come on. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn off my notification. So if the signal kicks out, it will come back. But yeah, growing cocoa, I love this medium. I grew in soil for years, but then in the latter stage of my growing career, like I grew like almost as much as 15 years ago, but I grew for like 10 years, and I always was a dirt grower, and I like growing in dirt. Like I like the product. I feel like the best product comes from as natural of a substrate as possible. But then I discovered cocoa, which has a lot of the benefits of soil, but it's like meaning that it's forgiving. Like if you fuck it up a little bit, like it doesn't die right away. Like with pure hydro, if you're growing in rock wool or DWC, you can make a mistake and wake up the next day and your whole crop is down. So I grow in cocoa, and what I do is I bolster the cocoa with vegetative nutrients. You know, I mix the cocoa up with the nutrients, and then I veg through that. And after the first couple of weeks of growing, I do top feeding, which I've never done this before. This was new to me, where you put the fertilizer on top, kind of rub it in, pour the water in, and it kind of seeps down. It's called top feeding. I started doing that, and man, my first crop came out really good. And the good thing about growing in organics is you don't have to, what's it called? Like the last 2 weeks where you don't get fertilizer. I can't remember what it's called, but you don't have to like get rid of the nutrients that are in there when you grow organically. But anyhow, grew some good flour, not going to the shops, not paying those crazy prices. Hido Kid says, what's your opinion on Americans getting scammed by other countries impersonating Amazon or other commercial websites? That's a good question. My opinion is anybody can be scammed. Like, you know, it could happen. I feel like it's not going to happen to me because it's usually pretty obvious when you're like reading an email or getting a fucking a text. So my opinion is it sucks, and I feel bad for the youngest of us and the oldest of us. My thoughts on scams are they affect mostly very young people and very old people. There's like a trend on TikTok nowadays, kind of making fun of, or at least making a commentary on how I bet you my grandparents believe this shit is true. Because nowadays, like even I've been slightly fooled by AI. But you know, my brain looks at something and like you can tell if it's too much to be true or too ridiculous. It's often AI, you know, and you should be able to tell if you really look at stuff. But his scams are, you know, running through America for sure. I can't fucking block enough calls on my phone. I still constantly get fucking you know, scam texts. But yeah, it is a thing. It is a thing. Good to see you, Aubrey. Oh, you're smoking up. Good for you. Kyle Young, you're going to smoke later. Good for you. Good for you. Ibrahim Kurd says, I just came back from London. I spent 2 weeks there. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, if it's up to my girlfriend, I'm going to do a lot of traveling in the future. The funny thing is about this trip, we were supposed to go to Vegas, but I didn't know that, like, you need a real ID to travel now. And of course, I don't have a real ID, because to get a real ID, you need a birth certificate and or a passport. And I'm 54 going on 55 in November. I haven't had my birth certificate or a passport as an adult. So I just started the process of applying for my birth certificate so I can get a passport. But, you know, we were supposed to go to Vegas, but you know, my girlfriend wants to travel. She's actually getting a job. You know, I told you guys she's an MD. She's a specialist. She's getting a job in Hawaii. Like she's leaving, like I'm pretty sure she's going to be leaving the job she's at now, which is like a regular 5-day-a-week job. And she's going to get a job in Hawaii. So she's excited about me visiting her in Hawaii. But if I want to travel, I got to get a real ID, which I'm not a big fan of. I feel like it's like, you know, you watch these movies. That's all I know about the world is through movies and TV. They'll be in Russia and they'll be like, you know, comrade, papers, please, comrade. Like, since when do fucking Americans need to walk around with papers? That's what a real ID seems like to me. But I'll get one, you know, I'll conform. It is what it is. So, but traveling, my girlfriend definitely wants me to travel more, and I feel like that's what I've learned in this relationship. Like I can do it. Like even doing this trip here to Joshua Tree, it's only like 2.5 hours away from LA, but for me, it's a big trip. My biggest worry about traveling is leaving my dogs alone. Like I'm just a guy who like my dogs are my life, especially when I'm single without a girlfriend. My dogs are everything, and I don't like leaving my dogs alone. But I recruited two of my neighbors, my very close friends, to to take care of my dogs, and they're sending me pictures and shit, videos of the dogs. And I just, I'm still nervous about it, but this is just a 2-night trip, so it's just a break-in trip for me. Daily Panic says, "Hi Yogi, Steve, and everyone. Glad I'm catching the stream. Good to meet you. I don't recognize your name. I love seeing new people in here." Kyle Young says, "Your lady is cool in my opinion, and definitely a smart one to be a doctor that helps others." Yeah, I mean, my girl, like, it's amazing. Like, people, anytime somebody complains, and we're not political, neither myself or my girlfriend, we're like in the middle, I guess. We don't hate any politician really. Like, we don't love Trump, but we didn't love Biden either. But she actually helps the world. It's like, it's an amazing thing. We're all fucking selfish. And I have friends that are like, for lack of better expression, like rich friends that hate Trump, or some of them at the time hated Biden. But like, when you hate a politician, what is it that you hate? You hate about their effect on the world. So you're implying that you care about the world. But if you're like a businessman or a professional artist, like just making art for money, you're not fucking helping anybody. If anything, it's so competitive. You want to help somebody, walk out your fucking front door and help somebody. And donating money is not help, is barely helping people. You want to volunteer at a shelter. You want to volunteer at a place where they give away food. You want to bring food to a place where they need food. I mean, obviously donating money is helping, but I'm very much against politics or being interested in politics too much, because I feel like they are all self-serving motherfuckers, right? Politicians, every single one of them. Maybe we had a chance with Bernie Sanders, the one guy who maybe cares about people, but again, I know he's ultra rich. It's not like he's a poor person, and he's still a politician. But I feel like it's just a waste of life. And I have quite a lot of friends in all demographics, young, middle-aged, old, poor, rich, absolutely obsessed with politics. And I feel like, so if you're obsessed with politics, that means you care about the world. What is it you hate about a politician? They're not helping, or they're hurting the world. And if you're poor, you don't think you can help people. I don't have any money. How can I help people? What I've learned actually from being a DoorDash driver, because I'm on the street, you're poor, walk out your front door and talk to street people. Like, all people want is to be talked to. All people want is to be talked to. So everybody can help other people. It's like a natural thing, society. You don't have to be rich. So if you think that politics is a way to help the world, it's not. It's not. You're not. There's no politician. I just feel like it's an impossible thing. Like, I don't. How many of us live in Washington, like, or near or friends with actual politicians? I just think they're all self-serving motherfuckers, and they don't care about the middle class or down, or even they don't even care about the upper middle class. Politicians only care about the rich, the ultra rich especially. Once you learn about lobbies and how, like, you can buy laws, basically, do enough lobbying, give enough money to the right groups and enough people. So I'm not political. I don't hate any politician. I think they're all scumbags. Anybody can help the world. I mean, my background, some of you guys know, I go by Yogi Steve, I hope you'll say, because I was a yoga teacher for 25 years. Still arguably a yoga teacher. I have some private students. But what I did, people think the economy's bad now, but this has been like a dialogue forever, that people need money, the world needs money. Hold on a second. What am I getting? this? Okay, Tiger Shark, I'm going to allow that. Even though you're cursing, you're allowed to curse. But I was a yoga teacher for over 20 years. When I was in my late 20s, I started a free yoga class. Why? Because I would go to yoga classes and they would be $20 a pop, $250 a month for membership. And people go to yoga for different reasons, but they go to yoga mostly because they need help, because they need to improve something. Whether it's like your physical fitness. I went to yoga because I was depressed. And luckily I could afford, and it helped a lot. It made a big difference, but it helped a lot. So I feel like people who can't afford yoga should have access to it. So, you know, in my late 20s, I started Runyon Canyon Yoga, which was a donation-based, completely free class. You did not have to donate. Many people came for years and years, 20 years, never gave me a nickel. I would always do donations sort of anonymously, where I'd kind of put a box out. You want to leave a donation at the end of the class, put a donation in there. But I wouldn't stand there and watch it. So for me, it's like I've done my part to help the world. And, you know, I do my part when I'm on the street. Like, I talk to street people. I respect everybody. And, you know, I wish I could do more good. You know, I just feel like I'm like anybody else right now. I'm just grinding a living. But hold on a minute here. That's pretty funny. La Ancienne Caster says, "Are you a porn actor? I like your style." That's a little stereotyping the mustache. By the way, we're on this hike today in Joshua Tree, and every dude I walk by with a mustache, I go, "Nice mustache." And like one guy goes, "You too." Another guy goes, "Touche." It was very funny. The mustache, I love having a mustache because every motherfucker nowadays has a beard or a goatee. It's just super common, you know? Like, I don't want to be common. So that's why I rock a mustache. Actually, what I usually do is I'll shave this eventually. You know, it'll get too thick or get itchy under the skin. Shave my face totally clean. You guys have seen that. I've had that recently. Then I'll grow a beard. I'll shave down to a goatee, keep that for a second, and then I grow the mustache. Plus, this is the only hair on my face that's not totally gray. Anyhow, man, I'm going off on these questions. Let's see here. Love you too, Andreas. Good to see you, buddy. Bill License says, "Do you like hot sauce?" Me, I'm a Tabasco guy. I put Tabasco on fucking everything. I wouldn't eat like eggs without Tabasco. What's up, Stream of Consciousness? Good to see you. Ibrahim Kurd says, talking about my girlfriend, you guys have a healthy relationship, enjoy it. Yeah, you know, we do. And you never know, like, behind the scenes in relationships, what is happening, right? You never know. But I assure you, like, we're not fighting behind the scenes. We have, I wish my girlfriend, I wish, like, I didn't need to protect her identity. I mean, most of you guys know we're like, I hate to call it this, we're like a mixed race couple. Like, I'm a Jew, she's a black person. And, like, I don't want to expose her to the racism. I don't mind the anti-Semitism, like, I can deal with. That's about me. But, like, I don't want to expose her to, like, the racism in the world, which is just really prolific on YouTube. And, you know, also, like, being a successful person, we keep her identity secret. I wish she could be in the videos and stuff, you know, but we can't. So it is what it is. But we do have a great relationship. We're not fighting behind the scenes. She's not controlling me. I'm not controlling her. Our whole relationship is about sex and talking. You know, it's fantastic. You know, you guys know I'm on fucking TRT. So it's like my pee-pee works pretty good. Mac Ryan, good to see you. Hocus Berlin says, "Don't let anything distract you from the fact that 55 years ago today, Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns in a single game while playing for Polk High Panthers in the city championship game." That is really funny. My good real-life friend Andreas says, "Good to see you out in the wild." Yeah, this is crazy, Andreas. I can't wait to see you, by the way, dude. It's been too fucking long. My buddy Andreas and I used to go to these, he used to be my student for many years, and we used to go to these gray market weed markets, where it'd be like a flea market where people have tables set up, and instead of selling junk, they're selling weed. And you could walk around and buy weed. You could kind of bargain a little bit, but it was so much cheaper than the shops. They still run these markets, but they've kind of become like a little more criminally or gangster oriented, where it used to be you could go to these places and buy like a quarter to an ounce, but now they're like, apparently the dealers are doing pounds. It's like it's gotten so loose here. Like, being in the weed business, it's like you're not going to get in trouble. It's very hard to get in trouble because selling pounds is still a felony. Selling any amount is still a crime. You need a license to sell weed here. But man, we used to go to these fucking gray market weed flea markets basically, and it was phenomenal. We go once a week, like every Wednesday or Thursday, and I would bring like $300. I would just bring a grip of money because I would sell some of the shit that I was buying, and I was also doing a lot of dabs at the time. Like, oil is expensive at the shops, right? But, yeah, those were the fucking days. Those were the days. Ali Ken says, "Recently I see more and more trolls. Not sure if it's good or not." I actually feel like if my videos are getting trolled, which are really not in the comments, that means that it's just got a lot of exposure. So, Carl Young says, "I'm thinking about getting a mobile Wi-Fi. Do you have any good recommendations?" Well, the brand of this is called, this is SEMO. This is the personal hotspot, but it's called Solis. Is SOLIS or Stolis? I don't even fucking remember. But it seems to work pretty good, and I just got their upgraded thing. Oh, Heidi O Kid says, my grandpa just scammed, and I'd be happy if you share the awareness online because I believe your audience might be from the 90s, unaware like the Gen Z. Yeah, I mean, how do you make people aware of scams? You know, it's very hard. I don't really know. But it's sad to hear, like any old person. Like I said, I feel like it's very young people and very old people that are getting scammed. You know, you can't blame an old person. What do they know? So yeah, it's very interesting. Thanks, Andreas. Sleck says, I got 1,000 miles on my scooter and you need to bleed the brakes for the first time. Yeah, definitely. Like, you can go a long time without bleeding your brakes. There's also actually a trick that when your brake pressure is low, you can double pump on each brake, and that'll kind of like artificially put pressure in the line. But yeah, definitely bleed your brakes. Learn how to do it yourself. You can learn from videos. The best way to learn, which is what I learned, my friend Brian Godwin and my good friend Ryan, my mechanic friend, they both gave me lessons on how to bleed brakes. And you should learn how to do it yourself because you can bring it into a shop. It's going to cost you 100, 150 bucks. It takes time. It's a pain in the ass. But like the greatest day of my life was when I felt like, all right, I can bleed brakes. I can bleed dual and 4-piston caliper brakes. So it made a big, big difference. I just bled the brakes on my InMotion RS. God, what a fucking relief. I did the brakes on my Dualtron that I'm still driving. And yeah, learn how to bleed your own brakes. Follow the videos. Kyle Young says, good question. May I ask what's for dinner? I could be there in 12 to 16 hours. You know what we did? We're trying not to eat out a lot on this vacation because this bungalow has like everything. It has a full kitchen. So we haven't eaten out once yet, actually. We've cooked all of our own food. So for dinner tonight, they were expensive too. We got 2 ribeye steaks for like 40 bucks. Still cheaper than a restaurant. But tonight we're having ribeye steaks with salad and I don't know what else, but we're gonna have a good dinner. There's actually a grill here that we're gonna cook on. It's fucking amazing. I will walk you guys around for the last few minutes of the stream. And yesterday we had like ribeye, like this kind of curled, like what was it called, like a shabu shabu style ribeye, which we put in a hot pot, not a hot pot, but boiling water, and then dipped in sauces, and that shit was fucking good. But you know, it's crazy. My girlfriend, again, I brag about her being successful, so you know that means she makes good money, but she doesn't like eating out. She'd rather cook our own food. Oh yeah, that's right. My girlfriend is texting me because I know she's listening. We did eat out once. We ate pizza yesterday on the way into town. We ate pizza. We got here before too early for check-in. So we ate like Joshua Tree pizza, which I would give like a 7 out of 10. It was okay. It wasn't great. I mean, what the fuck do they know about pizza in Joshua Tree? LA doesn't even know shit about pizza. But it's getting better, though. It's getting better. I mean, to me as an East Coaster, like I like New York style thin crust pizza, kind of like Dave Portnoy. But so yeah, we did have pizza out. Oh, Kyle Young again, $2 got me salivating. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the super chats. So what's going on here? There's a lot of comments in here. Let me just get to all these. What's up, Dan Scana? How are you? Dan Scana. Bill License says, do you like hot sauce? I already answered that one. I'm a Tabasco guy. Trini G, my good friend from the Caribbean. How you doing, Trini? Hope you're good there. Maybe one day we'll visit you. You never know. I'd like to get, it's like, I guess I'm just going to have to learn how to travel, learn to be away from my dogs. Like, that's the biggest pressure. Kyle Young says, buy a label maker for the future to label your strains while growing. And Andreas says, who cares who's alpha as long as you're both happy? Andreas, I mean, that's why I love you. I know you have a great relationship with your wife. Yeah, I don't need a label maker necessarily, Kyle. When you grow, you have these these little sticks that you put in there and, that identifies the strain. You write on there. But I don't know. I got really messy with my last grow. And I felt like I didn't really care because I wasn't pulling clones. Like for those of you that guys don't grow weed, you think you grow from seed, but nobody grows from seed really. Most people don't. You grow from clones, which are cuttings of a plant that are genetically the same as the plant that you got it from. But since now I've found in LA, there's plenty of places where you can just buy clones. I get them as cheap as like 15 bucks because growing a clone is a fucking pain in the ass. And you also have to run separate lights. So it's pretty cool to like just veg for a month, flower for 8 to 10 weeks, and then when it's time for the next crop, there's a place, you can look this up online, the LA Clone Conservatory. Okay, look that up. LA Clone Conservatory. They fucking deliver clones straight to your house. I've actually been making videos of this grow. Hold on a second, got a message for review. Probably just cursing. Yeah, no, I'm not going to put that up there. That's for sure. But, what else we got going on here? But, yeah, so I didn't pull clones. I mean, I'm not growing clones because if I can just spend like, we only grow 6 plants. So it's like cost me like $90. So instead of running like a clone operation, which you have to run from, you have first, what's up, Jersey Style? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Give Jersey Style a sub. He's a hardworking YouTuber, TikToker, real life friend. He came to visit LA, not necessarily just to visit me, but he visited me. There's a video about it, I think, somewhere. It's good to see you, Jersey. But the hike was good, man. It was hard. It wasn't really that hard, but it was like 3 miles, a mile and a half each way, but it was all uphill. And we went early, so it wasn't that hot. But it was good. I recommend Joshua Tree. I mean, we're doing this like high end. We're not doing some shitty, cheap ass camping. But anyhow, so I lost the labels on my strains because I didn't pull clones. I didn't really give a shit. And for my next, I'm just gonna grow. I didn't want to grow through the summer because it's just so hot. But that was before I learned that LEDs, like that was my first crop ever on LEDs. LEDs hardly produce any fucking heat. It's fucking amazing. Okay. Electric Rider, you growing cocoa too? That's fucking cool. Dan Cooper says, greetings from Kingman, Arizona. How you doing, Dan? That's very cool. Good to see you. Electric Rider says, you can get a zip for $40. Wow. I have flour for you, Andreas. We're gonna have you when you eventually see me. I'll have something for you for sure. Kyle Young says, I'm just noticing that your shirt looks like a buffer symbol. I'm finding that comical. Yeah, you know what this is like, you remember before internet was good, like shit would load up, it would buffer, and it would say like, I'm thinking, the computer would say like, I'm thinking, this thing would spin, like it's buffering. That doesn't even happen anymore nowadays. George, how you doing? Says, came to Greece, and I'm so happy to catch you live. Been watching for years, brother. Thank you, George. I don't want to butcher your name. Kugianos. Thank you very much. Flush. That's what that's called, Electric Rider. At the end of a growth cycle, you have to flush it. Sukhoi Su330 MKI says, good morning, comrade. That brings back memories. I was a student of hardstyle kettlebell, which is a Pavel Sasulin's kettlebell method, which is very, very unique kettlebell method. And he's Russian, Pavel, and the people who trained in this style would often call each other comrade. And I was like, it's a little bit cringy, but whatever. I'm not, I think it's cool. But I'm Russian. Actually, I just did an ancestry test. I assumed I was Russian. I was told my whole life that both my parents were Russian, grandparents. But I just did an ancestry test because they had a discount at it. And my girlfriend was like, you got to get this shit done. And so I got it done, and we're going to find out if I am authentically like Russian, Eastern European, whatever. But it's interesting. Aubrey Bush has a real question. What the fuck is Real ID? Real ID is just you need it to travel to get on a plane in the United States, even domestically. So it's like it used to be for years, you just need your driver's license, right? Driver's license is like as good as a passport within the United States. But now it's like you need this thing called Real ID. I don't know why they instituted this. No fucking idea. But probably, I guess it's kind of like an anti-immigration thing. Like you can't get a Real ID if you're an illegal immigrant. So maybe that's it. Looks like Slick Sun FN. It's hard to read that. You're a cool ass dude, man. Been watching for 1 to 2 months now, and I love the scooter DoorDash videos. Looking to do that when I turn 18. Hey, I really appreciate, you're a Zoomer, right? I really appreciate my Zoomer fans because I don't have enough young fans. So yeah, it's a very cool job, especially if you're young, want to make extra money. I don't necessarily recommend like doing DoorDash full time. I'm lucky that like I have the YouTube channel. I'm still a personal trainer. I make money through affiliate sales. So working full time, actually, I would say when you're young, like a young person, it's a young person's job. Like meaning that like you can put in crazy hours as a young person. You can make $1,000 a week doing deliveries. Can you do it on an electric scooter? I don't know. I mean, there's nobody else out there doing it. Like my market is a very diverse market, and there's a lot of people doing it. And there's nobody doing it on stand-up electric scooters. The main reason for this is you have a little bit of a range limitation, 30 to 40 miles. So I live in my market. So that means when I walk out my front door, I can go right to work. I don't have to like drive to a market, so I don't waste any range. But the thing about electric scooters, I've always been honest. Like my channel is not about getting people to do deliveries on electric scooter. My channel is about the experience of DoorDash testing electric scooters with this high volume of riding. I mean, the only thing that makes my channel different than any other YouTuber's channel is I ride my scooters that I promote for thousands and thousands of miles, okay? So it's like I'm really testing these vehicles. So it's been my experience that general maintenance and repair costs on electric scooters, it's a little expensive. You know, it's like, unless you can do your own repairs, I don't necessarily recommend doing DoorDash on electric scooter. If you can do your own repairs, though, it's a great thing, especially if you can do your own brakes and tires at a minimum. Man, this espresso my girlfriend making me, this is fucking bomb. Usually I drink like shitty, not shitty, but Cafe Bustelo, but this is like delicious. We brought an espresso machine, a Nespresso machine, those little cups, with us on this trip. This shit's really waking me up. Greg the Hunter, how you doing? Good to see you. Afternoon to you. Creationator, what's going on? Says you need to move there with her. What do you have to lose but a good time? I don't know if I'd want to live here. It's pretty like in the middle of nowhere out here. The town is very quiet too. Creationator says the dogs changed a lot in your life. Yeah, my dogs are fucking everything. Again, Ozzy Jackass says, have you ever had a bad trip smoking flower? No, I've never had. I think that if you're prone to anxiety attack, like I do believe there's some propaganda against herb. Some of it is not propaganda. I know like there are studies that say if you're prone to schizophrenia, it could trigger that. I do believe that, but reading about that, studying about that, like losing your girlfriend, losing your job, anything stressful can also trigger schizophrenia if you're prone to it. And I think if you're prone to schizophrenia, which is not like depression or anxiety, schizophrenia, there's two forms. There's the type where you hear voices, type where you don't. But it's not, it's very, very serious. It's not like saying I have anxiety or depression. But I do believe that if you're prone to schizophrenia, that smoking herb can trigger it. And I also feel like if you're prone to anxiety attacks, cannabis can trigger an anxiety attack. I feel like very lucky, like from the earliest of smoking age. And I started smoking, that's the thing, I started smoking when I was 24, 25. I smoked very little in college, once in high school. I feel like it's better to start when you're older. So I never really had like an anxiety attack. Well, thank you very much, Creationator, for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Oh, you meant move to Hawaii. Yeah, let's go to Hawaii first. I appreciate it, Creationator. But yeah, I mean, Hawaii is going to be an interesting trip. I mean, I mean, what could I say? Like, I'm trying to, you know, be a better man. You know, like you don't want to like not travel. I mean, I'm fine with it. My pitch on traveling was always like I can learn anything I want from my hometown. Like there's this microcosm represents the macro. Because it's a Los Angeles, it's a mixed community. But I'm enjoying this fucking trip. I mean, this trip out here, this is an amazing fucking trip. We're getting to spend crazy quality time together, my girlfriend and I, and like just to have like nature in your environment. I mean, this is just different. Like I'm lucky I live in Hollywood near Runyon Canyon Park, so I could walk out my door and go on a pretty good hike. That's kind of like nature, but it's not really because you're so close to the city. It's like going to Central Park in New York at best. But yeah, traveling like this, I can feel how it's good for you, and I want to do more. So Hawaii is going to be the next trip. I just got to get this fucking real ID for sure. Gabriel Hendrick says, sexy mustache. Thank you very much. Greg the Hunter says, the mustache works for you. Thank you very much. I like it. I like it. My real life Andrea says, can you talk about fasting? I'm thinking about doing a 72-hour. Okay, here's the deal. It's funny you mentioned fasting because my friend John, my real life friend John, who I went to college with, who lives here, I see regularly. You know, he's a athletic dude. We're the same age. We graduated Ithaca College same year. Owns a martial arts school, black belt in Shotokan, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Very, very, very fit. But he can get a little bit overweight. Not a lot, but a little, because he's like I call him like a mesomorph, endomorph, leaning mesomorph. I know that they're trying to like debunk the idea that ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph are not real, like there aren't body types, but I don't believe that. I believe it's a thing. Like I'm probably, I don't know what I am, but John is definitely for sure. Oh, Bill Rader says hello twice and I missed it. Bill, yeah, I'm not throwing my comments. Bill, hello to you, man. We will have a group ride one of these days. I keep saying that, but I feel like at this point it's like I'm lying. But anyhow, so I would like to answer my buddy Andreas' question about fasting. good question because I've been thinking about this recently. My friend John is doing it. He said, I'm doing a fast. And throughout my life, like, people have asked me, like, what I think about fasting, or do you fast, or I'm fasting. And I've stopped asking people, like, why are you fasting? Because 90% of people are fasting, like, to expedite weight loss. Some people are fasting to, eliminate toxins in their body. Your kidney and your liver and your sweating, that's how you detox. So, fasting. Okay, starting from an overview, don't really believe in it. Don't really believe in it, except for maybe from like a spiritual perspective. Maybe it's like good to push yourself to learn that you're not as reliant on food as you think. And I'm like a food addict, like an admitted food addict. So my girlfriend says, hello, Bill. Hello, we miss you. My girlfriend is so great. She's like literally in the other room listening to the fucking stream. But so fasting. People do it to expedite weight loss or to cleanse. And again, like for weight loss, you want to be on a good long-term diet that's barely below calorie maintenance. And I know, Andrea, since I know you well, you're not doing it for weight loss. You're lean as fuck. So you're probably doing it for some sort of a detoxification. So I don't really believe in that it does anything as far as physically detoxing you. Again, you have a liver, you have kidneys, you have sweat glands. That's how humans detox. And I feel like people fast because, especially like Americans, we have this, like, we're taught that, like, somehow that, like, we're dirty. We're dirty from the environment, from the food, whatever, from people, toxic people. But I believe that, like, detoxing yourself comes from lifestyle. And a short fast will not detox anything, really. So, I don't know. I feel like instead of fasting, I'd like to ask you to ask yourself, what is it you're trying to get rid of, and what habits are you trying to avoid? And I know, Andreas, you're like a really good eater, What is up with this fucking stream today? I'm getting weird fucking trolls. It's not weird, I guess. This is just what people think is interesting. Or not interesting, but pertinent, so. Hey, maybe you got, what are their names again? Anne and Monica? Is that who it is? So we have these, in the bungalow next to us, we have, hey ladies, is it Anne and Monica?
Yes.
So listen, it's up to you. I know you have friends in Switzerland, right? I'm on my live stream now. I'm YouTubing. Would you like to say hello to anybody live, or you don't want to stay private? You understand?
Pardon?
Would you like, I'm doing a live stream. I'm a YouTuber.
Yes.
Okay? Now, would you like to say hello to your friends in Switzerland, or you want to stay private?
Oh, no, private.
Private? Okay. So we have these nice ladies next to us. You guys did another long hike today?
Yes.
How many miles?
It was up to a mountain, Ryan Mountain.
Oh, we just did that today.
Really?
That was easy. For you, that's easy.
Oh,
Wasn't that?
you.
Yeah, we have, Ryan's one of the most popular hikes.
Morning.
Yeah, we went early, yeah.
Yes.
I thought you guys were doing 10-mile hikes. You look like you're in great shape.
We could, but we are in holiday.
Oh, okay.
So
Alrighty. All right. We'll keep you private. We can hear your voice, but all right. Ryan Mountain, yeah, we liked it. At first it felt hard, but then I was like, this is easy.
Yeah.
It was easy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was not so hot.
No, it was nice out today, right? That's nice today. And you guys are Swiss, right? Do you guys smoke the marijuana there?
No.
I have some for you if you want.
No, thank you.
Okay. It's California. We all smoke. No, it's okay. If you ever want, we got for you. So, alrighty.
Okay.
Ryan Mountain, that's amazing. Alrighty.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, girls. Yeah. So, these are like women in their 60s, and they're like lean as fuck. My girlfriend and I are both athletes, and we often talk about how America, everybody's fat here, but like Europeans are fucking skinnier. People from other countries are like in shape. So these women are probably in their 60s, and they look amazing. They're totally fit. I wish they smoked. I want to give them some of my homegrown, but they're like, nah. But all right. So let's see here. George Baker says, hello, Yogi. Hope it's been a good day. I'm just getting home. Good to see you. Sub-Zero Ice AMD. What's going on, my friend? Yeah. Well, let me get to these questions here. Creationator says racism state, because I was talking about my girlfriend and I being a mixed couple. Racism state, which I hate that expression. It's so stupid. I mean, we're humans. We're not mixed humans. Racism stays with those that are closed-minded. They are afraid of change. The way I've explained, I talk to my girl. We talk a lot. My girlfriend and I have a great talking relationship. Somebody's being racist in like any capacity, I don't really get mad at it because I feel like I don't get mad at children. I don't get mad at like little kids for saying dumb shit. So like racism, like if you go 1,000 years forward, 5,000, 10,000 years, assuming we're still here, we're going to be completely mixed. I mean, this is already happening, which is amazing. And I also believe in like when as far as having babies to be mixed. A little bit of science behind that, like you know what hybrid vigor is. You know that if you like breed a dog too much within the same breed, they'll have like specific ailments only specific to that breed. And I feel like inbreeding is a thing. So my people, Jewish people, like a lot of my people are fucking inbred because they only have babies with Jewish people. You know, my people are racist like almost any other group. So I believe that like enough time is going to go by where we're all going to kind of be like one shade of color, like a mix. So racism to me is like I'm barely offended by it, barely offended by anti-Semitism. And I feel like it's just like it's like an immature attitude. You know, it's like I don't get mad at children for being children, so I don't get mad at adults for expressing, you know, childlike fucking attitudes. Greg DeHunter says, I enjoy your other channel. Yeah, don't forget Yogi Steves Journal. There's going to be a Joshua Tree video on there for sure. Kyle Young says, I miss pure hydro. Oh, there's a big ant over here. I hope it's not a fire ant. I miss hydro and skunk, to be honest, for a good smoke session. Yeah, I mean, hydro is good weed. Don't get me wrong. When I was spending $70 on this Fire OG back in the day, that was hydro. It was like sticky, sticky, sticky. Like real organic weed grown either outdoors or indoors. It's good. It's pungent. But there's like a stickiness that can come from hydroponic weed done really well that you can't really find. But I still prefer organic weed for sure. Jersey's asking me how the hike was. It was fucking great. Ryan Mountain. Jersey Styles says, any new scooters coming out? Oh, Crazy says, I used to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning. Very good. That's pretty good. Bill Rader says, Jonah, and I miss you, buddy. When's the next ride out? Soon. It's coming. I hope. Electric Rider says, a clone delivery service sounds good. It's not a bad idea. You've grown in dirt, Rockwell, and you like cocoa the most. I love cocoa for sure. Hello, Hoor, Hoor 57. Steve Dodd says, hi, America. Just Google the World Economic Forum and check it out for yourself. America, USA, thumbs up with Britain flag and American flag. I love America. I like all countries. My girlfriend says we miss you too. Who Dat X Bear Down says, Yogi, I have a Roadrunner Pro, and I'm wondering if it's worth upgrading the shocks and tires. Okay, so mandatory. Make sure you join the Emove Roadrunner Academy. Mandatory to upgrade your shocks on the Pro. The stock shocks, not good, especially if you're above 150 pounds. The tires, I don't think so. I'm on the stock tires, and like I've actually replaced tires with like very $30 tires. Some people like the big fat tires on the Pro. I don't really give a shit. Like I think the stock tires are fine. I hope you enjoy your Pro though. Harrison Hammond says, do you smoke? Yeah, that's all we're talking about. We're not going to smoke on this stream. I'm actually like, I told you guys this before, I'm suffering from this like tinnitus and I'm having like mild headaches from it, and smoking like doesn't help it. So I haven't been smoking that much. Not going to smoke on the stream. Vegan Cookies Review says, Real ID Scooter Squad. Awesome. Mike says, Earth is flat. Okay. All right. So there's less than a minute left. I always like to do an hour, and I kind of felt like I wanted to walk you guys around a little bit. So let me just put my shoes on, and I'm just going to show you guys the neighborhood, like where we're staying here. Let me show you the room first. Let me point the camera down, so I don't want my girlfriend to be in here. Where are you? Okay, so, all right, guys. So this is the room. It's a little messy here. You can see I'm such a fat person on the inside. I got cookies. I saw these Oreo muffins. I couldn't resist it. This is the hotspot upgrade. This is the hotspot upgrade. I won't come in the bedroom, baby. This is the hotspot upgrade that I just got. I'll be carrying this around. This is 5G. This is going to make the DoorDash stream a lot better. So this is the room right here. And this is like, check this shit out. So we sit here like this, and look at this. Look at this. This is fucking cool. This is this. That's a bedroom in there. I'm not going to show you that. My girlfriend's in there. Full kitchen. Full kitchen. You can see that we're making I already made sausages for breakfast, a very good sausage, and we got these steaks for dinner tonight. 2 fucking fat ribeyes, so that's gonna be fucking good. We got salad in there, we got chips and salsa, and I'm not gonna take you too deep into the neighborhood here, but let me show you. Whoa. Let me show you what Joshua Tree looks like. Oh no, did I just lose the fucking signal? It felt like it turned off.
Time expired.
What the fuck is that? What was that sound? Maybe that was something else. No, I think we still have a signal. We're still broadcasting, right? Yeah, guys. So very quickly, let me put on my shoes here. I'm trying to keep these outside so we don't track fucking dirt into the place. You can see how dirty my hiking shoes are because we did a big hike this morning. But yeah, so this is Joshua Tree. You guys know that I don't drive a car. I don't even own a car. So we rented this fucking Jeep. And if I did like buy a car in the future, I would buy one of these. This was so much fun to drive. It's big, but it's not like too big. And it's like the 4-door version. Like this shit, this fucking vehicle is fucking awesome. This was a super, super fun vehicle to ride. Sort of proud of myself that I still remember how to ride. Yeah, thank you very much, you guys telling me to enjoy your vacation. I'll be back to work in a couple days. So check this shit out, guys. So this is Joshua Tree. This is like, we're staying at this, like, I think there's like 15 or 20 of these bungalows here. Look at this shit. It's fucking awesome. It feels good to be out here in nature for sure. Again, I'm not going far. My girlfriend's worried about me. She's like, don't go anywhere without water. And I'm like, don't worry, I'm not gonna leave like sight of the house. But I didn't even know. I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, I didn't even know that cactus had flowers. I didn't even know that. Such a city person. The question is, do these flowers smell like anything? Ooh, bees. No, the bees sure like it. This thing up here, we've been watching like hummingbirds go to town on this. But yeah, it's fucking warm out here, dude. It's like, I don't know why anybody would come out here in the summer. But yeah, we're loving it. We're having a great fucking time. I'm gonna screen capture this. I put it in the thumbnail. But yeah, we're fucking loving Joshua Tree. Super thankful for my girlfriend for bringing us here. And we're having a great time. Happy birthday to my girlfriend. And what else can I show you here? But yeah, this is just fucking amazing. This is just crazy. There's a grill somewhere. Where is it? There's a grill somewhere. We're gonna grill steaks tonight. I don't know where the fuck it is. Oh, it's right over there. That's not ours though. Where's our grill? I think there's a grill over here. But yeah, this is super fucking cool. Where's our grill? I know when we pulled up, I saw there was a grill. Maybe it's like a communal grill. Yeah, maybe there's not one here, but yeah, this is where we're staying. I mean, look at this fucking house we're staying in. This is crazy. Super, super high end. This is glamping at its finest. But yeah, we're having a great time. There's a grill. Let's go check out this grill actually really quick. I think this is the one that we use. I think it's like everybody, like we share it. Jeff's asking me how much to stay. I'm classy. I didn't ask my girlfriend. I bet you it's probably, you're right, probably like $300 a night or something. It's not fucking cheap. I mean, this is like super, super high end. But I mean, look at this shit. It's fantastic. Let's go check out this grill. I was wondering, how does this fucking thing even work? Like, where's the propane? And what's this right here? Can anybody tell me what this is? Because this is obviously the grill. I guess it's like attached to a gas line or something. Oh, nice and clean, ready to go. What's this? What's this, a cutting board or something? Oh, it's a garbage. All right, so that's garbage. Oh, it's got tools and everything. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. So this was a super fun stream. Again, thank you to Melvin, the owner of Voromotors. Thank you to the company for sponsoring the streams. It gives me real motivation. You'd think if I'm on vacation, I'd stream if it's not part of my job, but they do pay me for it. New stuff coming out from Voromotors is the Tevron line. They have the mid-size class, like the 2300, the mini fighter, and they have the Fighter Supreme, the big one. I hope they put me in one of these pretty soon. I can't wait to do delivery shifts on it. And I appreciate your support, guys. So again, another fun stream. I really appreciate staying connected to you guys. Quite a bit of trolling going on out there today, but whatever, I don't care. It means people are watching. And I appreciate your support. Alrighty, my friends, thank you very much. See you next time.